it's Vinci, also known as Guido Gamer, and today my Switch 2 came in the mail. So we're going to be doing an unboxing video. Now there's a couple things I want to mention. One, I got this from Nintendo. Except for this, I had to get this from Walmart. This is the SD card that is required. I wouldn't say required, I would say the only one that works on the Switch 2. I also got the Switch 2 Pro controller, which we will unbox too. So, for starters, let's unbox the controller, and I'll show you the old one compared to this one. Once I get it. I'm trying not to destroy the box. I kind of want to keep it. So it comes with a charging wire, which I'll probably use. Maybe. Depends. And we have Switch 2 Pro controller. Now this one is a bit different. This is the normal Switch 1 controller, so this is for the regular Switch, and this is for the Switch 2. Now there's not many differences between it, except for there are two. This one has two buttons on the back. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. I'll try to get it closer. You can see on this side there's a button here and a button here. And it also has the C button on here for game chat, which is a new feature for the Nintendo Switch 2, which no other Nintendo thing, as far as I know, actually had game chat. So that's the controller, the wire. This SD card, 256 gigabytes, which you're probably going to need. I don't know how much it has in general, but if you're looking for one, go to Amazon, Walmart, they probably have one. That's probably cheaper than that one, but... So, now we're going to open the Switch 2. Now, I have the Switch 1 dock, my special edition Switch OLED, and my Switch OLED. I don't know where my Switch 1 is. I'm looking for it. So, I have everything for the Switch 1 over here. And we're going to do some comparisons between this and the Switch 2. This is amazing. Okay, as you can see, let me get out of the package here. This is the Switch 2. This is the Switch 2 screen. If I get my OLED screen out, we'll take the 2 away from the rest of it. If you can see in the comparison, so this is, I'll do it this way. So as you can see, the Switch OLED against the Switch 2, the Switch 2 is a lot bigger. Hopefully that does not scratch my screen. And as I know, for due in the health and safety, is that there is a second screen on here. I'm not going to take it off because I'm not supposed to. The health and safety says it's a precaution in case this does break. Glass does not go everywhere and end up in your room or in your living room on the floor. Now, this is the Pokemon Edition one, and has a kickstand like this. So it does, it's a little bit bigger than the regular Switch 1. The Switch 2 has a little bit of a thinner kickstand, as you can see that. Has a little bit of a thinner one. The SD card, yeah, it goes in here. The SD card, probably can't see it in the video, but that's the SD card. And we will look at the two Joy-Cons. I'm going to put this off to the side so I don't scratch the screen, which I will probably get a screen protector eventually for it, and probably the carry case, which I did not do. So these are the Switch 2 controllers. One's blue and one's red. I actually like this a lot better. It kind of reminds me of the gray Switch 1 controllers, which this is for the plus side, which does not have the C button like this one does. You can see, I'll try to zoom it in. As you can see, it has a C on it. And these ones are actually magnetic. So for the Switch 1, they slide on like this, and then there's a button in the back to push, to take them off. But the Switch 2 is a bit different. The Switch 2 actually has magnetic ones. So they just snap on like that, don't come off, and then this small button right by the ZR and ZL button, you push that, it comes right off. I think that's pretty great. So we're going to put that off to the side. What is in here? I'm not going to show that. That's my that's the code for Mario Kart, which I did get the bundle for that, which we're not going to look at. Next thing we have the Nintendo Switch 2 grip, which this is the Switch 2 grip and this is the Switch 1 grip. See, this one's bigger because the Joy-Cons are bigger. This one's a bit smaller because the Joy-Cons for this are smaller. But I'll show you in comparison. This would be the Switch 1 controllers on here. I'm not going to put the Switch 2 ones on. You can see based on the size that this one is a lot bigger because the Joy-Cons are bigger. But with that being said, we'll put that off to the side. Next we've got the charging cord and charging block, which are different from the Switch 1. The Switch 1 is just a power brick with a wire. So it has a wire, it's connected, all connected. The Switch 2, however, is disconnected. So power brick and the Switch 2 can charge your port. But, which is great because if this breaks, you could either A, just get another USB-C charger, which I don't have an extra one on. I might. But if this does break, you just get another standard USB-C charger and use this wire. Same with the wire. If that wire breaks, get a USB-C charger. It's going to work the same. This is the Nintendo Switch 2 dock, which is bigger than the Switch 1 and it's bigger than the OLED. So this is the Switch 1 dock. This is the OLED dock, which is so they're about the same size. But this is the Switch 2 dock. Now, as I know, in the back is where you put the wires for the HDMI and for the power AC. This also, if I'm not mistaken, in the back has a cooling, so your Switch 2 won't overheat when you're using it, and you won't have to worry about your Switch 2 overheating or breaking or anything like that. You can see, I don't like how this comes off. The OLED does that too, the back just comes off. The Switch 1, for whatever reason, doesn't. But we'll put this back on. So now that I showed you everything that comes with it, we're going to actually turn the Switch on, and we'll see what it looks like. I might have to move the camera. Alright guys, for the rest of the video, this is just going to be me holding the camera and doing the setup for the Switch 2. So as you can see, I don't know if the microphone's picking that up on here, but they have pretty great music. I'm pretty sure all the other startup music, I'm pretty sure all the other Switches never had it. So we gotta select our English, our language, which is English, and we live in the Americas. View End User License Agreement. Looks great. Now, one thing about the user and license agreement I know is that if I modify this in any way, Nintendo will probably brick my console, and then I will be really upset about that. So let's hope that doesn't happen. And for one, I don't know how to modify it. Let's connect to the internet. Internet connection will simplify. Okay, fine. Internet settings. Searching for networks. That's mine. It's probably gonna take a while. Okay, we're gonna go into the hallway of my house and go closer to the internet router. And we're back, so we are now connected to the internet, and it's downloading the update data that it has. We need to find our local time. Is it only in UTC? That's weird. 1 second. So, I don't know why, but whenever you do start up your Switch 2, when you get one, it doesn't, like, autocorrect to where you are. Because I live on the East Coast, which, EST, which is like, it's like 2 o'clock here. And then there's PSD, which is for the West Coast. I don't know why it's set to UTC for all of them, but the closest place to me would be New York, Montreal, and Toronto. So with your Switch 2, you can play games wherever you want, however you want. Yeah, on handheld, on the table, and on the TV. The system can stand with your angle. You like to pull out the rear stand. You can now connect the AC adapter to the top of the system. Yeah, that's if I wanted a video camera, but I'll wait until they get a little bit cheaper, or I can find a third-party one that's a little bit better quality. Detach the right-hand Joy-Con, which would be this one. So let me get my makeshift tripod all set up here so you can see. We will detach the right Joy-Con, and then we will detach the left one. Now select next with your controller removed. Okay. So we'll press A. Do you want to connect the TV later? We'll do that later. You can use accessories that came with the system to hold the Joy-Con 2 controllers. I'm missing something. There might be something in the box that I'm missing. It was. So just like the Switch 1, it comes with a HDMI cord, which I have one, and like the Switch 1, it comes with the 2 things you can put on the side, which is like the Switch 1. So we put that back in the box. And we will put this back in the box, the health and safety stuff. And then we'll yeah, view attachment guide. I know all about the attachments. We'll skip that. Choose a style you can change at any time. Okay. Can download update your data. Details of the problems are ready for review. I'll do the system transfer later. Don't transfer. Let's add a user. Save data next. Okay. Sign into a Nintendo account. I am going to cut the recording here so you guys don't get my my login information for my YouTube channel and for other things. Okay, we're back. So the next thing is you're going to add your user, wherever your Nintendo account is set up to. If you don't have one, make one. So add user, skip. We'll skip the rest of it because I'm not adding any more right now. And we're not saying parental close because I'm an adult. If you have a micro SD card, express memory card inserted, only micro SD card which features the marks shown in this image are supported SD again. Yeah, we did that. Setup complete. So we can hit the home button. Switch to. From here you can read down and play purchase downloadable games and content on your account. Okay, so these are all the ones that are pre-downloaded. I will transfer all the other stuff at a later date. But for now, yeah, I don't think you're... Yeah, it's a game chat. Gonna work? Probably not, because none of my friends have one. But there's a Nintendo Switch Online, Game Chat, News, eShop, Album, Game Share, Controllers, Virtual Game Cards, and Sleep Mode. Anyway, guys, with that being said, that was the unboxing and the setup of the Switch 2. If you liked it, please share a like on the video. It would be greatly appreciated. Also, if you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button. And be on the lookout for Mario Kart World gameplay in the next couple of days. With that being said, I've been Vince. You guys have been great. I will talk to you all later. Take care.